Hello everyone, my name is Ezekiel. Hope you are doing well today. Hope you are having fun making music and hope you are having fun mixing. In this video, I will be talking and explaining about PFL, AFL, pads and solo. These are the important functions or tools on a mixing console for every professional mixing engineer. Recently, I've been having series of questions about what is PFL, AFL, pads, and solo. What are they doing on the console? What are the functions of these things on the console? And I remember sometimes ago when I went to a church to help them out to install their sound, the church technician was asking me what are these tools? What are they doing on the mixing console? And I try to demonstrate what they are and what they do for him on the console. Since it's not a topic that people have been talking about so well, and I thought that it's best for me to make a video over this one for people to have the understanding and learn about what they do in the mixing console. Now I'm going to be talking about what is PFL, which is also known as preferred listening, what it does on the mixing console and the advantage and importance of this one on the mixing console. PFL is a tool on your mixing console that you can activate or deactivate. So it depends on the console. On the professional console, you will have PFL, AFL, and so on. So PFL, AFL is a tool or function that you can find on your channel strip, on your mix bus, on your auxiliary send, sometimes on your main master bus, which is your main LR. So this is how it works. The PFL is being used to do a direct monitoring during the mixing. So when you activate your solo button, wearing your headphones, you'll be able to listen to that signal on that channel strip loud and clear. So the advantage of PFL is that when you are doing a direct monitoring on the channel strip, it allows you to listen to that signal after EQ before it gets to fader. That means your fader volume control won't have effect on that channel strip when you are listening to that signal. Take for example, fortunately, if you are dealing with a very active, strong signal on a console like trumpet, guitar, or any other instrument that is more proactive on the console that is loud very well, you wouldn't have issue of, oh, how will I listen to this signal when my fader is down against the rest of the mix? You listen to that very loud and clear with your headphones volume control. And disadvantage of PFL is that during the sound check of the band, if you're having trouble getting through the signal and you believe that you already push enough gain from the preamp and you have seen from the meter that your signal is clean, the disadvantage of this one is that when you already hold down the fader control of that particular channel strip signal against the rest of the mix, then the signal is weak. You won't be able to hear what is coming out very well in that mix when the signal is weak. So that's the disadvantage and the advantage of the PFL on the mix. And now let's come to AFL, which is after fader listening. After fader listening function allows you to listen to a particular signal on that channel strip or on your auxiliary send or on your mix bus after fader. That means when you are listening to a weak signal, whatever signal comes through the channel strip, if you are listening to that signal on AFL, that means if the signal is too weak and you already pull down the volume control against the rest of the mix, you won't be able to hear enough the signal that is already weak during the direct monitoring. And that is when you'll be able to change or switch between the AFL or PFL. So EFL allows you to listen to the signal after fader. So that means what you are listening to will be affected by your fader control. So if that instrument or that signal is strong, because you already turned down the fader control on that, you won't be able to hear enough signal or do a well direct monitoring for that particular channel strip because the fader is being turned on. You are listening on AFL. That's the disadvantage of that. So this is where the function of both AFL and PFL comes on every channel strip and every output of your mixing console. So preferred listening allows you to listen to a signal after EQ before it gets to the fader, so the fader won't have control over it. And the AFL, which is after fader listening, allows you to listen to the direct signal, the direct monitoring after fader. So the fader volume control will be able to affect what you are hearing. Now, what parts does in a on a mixing console and in the mixing is that allows you to attenuate the amount of the input signal coming into the console before it gets to the preamp gain on your mixing console. This is what this does. The advantage of this one and the function of parts on your mixing console is that when you have an amplified signal like bass amp, guitar pedal and keyboard, because all of these instruments has more amplification than a regular microphone. When you are using such instrument or such amplified signal like that into your console to help you to be able to attenuate that signal before it gets to your channel strip, so that you'll be able to do a clean and moderate mix, so without having a distortion on your signal. That's what pads does. And most of the pads by manufacturers, they are mostly minus 20 dB, minus 10 and so on like that, which means 20 decibel of your input level has been removed from that signal on that channel strip before it gets to your console. That's what it does. And solo button is a common function on your console that allows you to listen to or to do a direct monitoring using AFL or PFL, so that to be able to know which one am I having problem. So these are the simple, crucial or important tools or functions on your mixing console. That's all about today's explanation on PFL, AFL, parts and solo in this video. Hope you really enjoy or you learned something from watching this video. So if you're new to this channel, please, I want you to subscribe and click on all notification button. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate. Please do thumb up for me for YouTube algorithm to be able to spread this video to other people to learn from. Please drop down your comments below to keep the conversation continuing for any questions or additional to what I've just explaining that might have mixed during my explanation. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. See you in the next time. Bye.